Hello, this is my signature assignment. I'm Carissa. I have chosen the book The Hunger Games is one of my favorite book series. I have read that over and over. Me and my cousin have read the book over and over together and we love it. Alright, the synopsis. The Hunger Games is a book about a post-apocalyptic world that is divided into 13 districts. After a rebellion from District 13, they started to hold these televised arena games that are designed to kill multiple people in order to teach the districts a good lesson. And basically they choose two volunteers from each district, 12 districts. District 13 is basically known as a lost district before. No one knew it exists, if it even existed still. And in the book, Peeta and Katniss are the volunteers chosen. Book 1 and 2 are really them playing the games. Book 1, they are chosen for the first time. Book 2, they play it again with people who are chosen to return. Book 3, Mockingjay, really shows the struggles and after effects that the games have played in their lives. What is PTSD? PTSD stands for post-traumatic stress disorder. And a lot of people actually think that mainly veterans or soldiers get it, which they do get it, and they do take up a lot of the population who get it. But anyone can get it. If you've been through something traumatic in the past, that is how it develops. It is the overwhelming sense of anxiety and helplessness, and it requires psychiatric help and medication. Great. Katniss and PTSD. Katniss has repeatedly woken up in the books and the movie screaming after she's had nightmares that made her feel like she was back in the game. She was always closed off and kind of standoffish if you read the books, but she could always be herself around her best friend Gale, and whenever she returned, their relationship changed drastically. Like, she was more standoffish and closed off, and she was basically not herself around him. Her sense of self changed. She's had multiple flashbacks. I believe that PTSD is shown in other characters as well. Haymitch, who was basically known as a town drunk. If you read the book, you know that he's known as the town drunk, and he had a major character development throughout the series, throughout the book series. Haymitch also participated in the Hunger Games years before. I believe that the reason why he became an alcoholic is because he may suffer from PTSD as well, and alcohol was just his way to cope with his trauma. Peeta, at the end of what was that book? Catching Fire? Catching Fire. Sorry, I just got that. Peeta was taken prisoner. I say kidnapped because it's basically what it is. By President Snow. He's the district's president. He lives in the capital. And was brainwashed. When he returned, he showed major signs of PTSD. He could not determine what was real or not real, therefore coming into the game, real or not real, thing him and Katniss do. He was violent. He even tried to attack Katniss when they rescued him. When they first saw him again, he was scared easily, and he had flashbacks easily. In conclusion, it's all about looking into the context clues and reading between the lines. Sometimes when you're reading the books, the author will not always come out and tell you that a character is suffering from PTSD or depression or something like that. Stuff like that. But if you look at how the characters act in traumatic events they have suffered, it is easy to see why they could have PTSD. When reading, I really try to I like to look into, the characters and how they act, and it's really interesting. So that is why I believe that these characters have PTSD. My reference page.